Good morning. It is about 10 o'clock on Sunday the 8th of December 2024. I'm sat in the car park at Bretton Shopping Centre. We have just had a bad night of weather because it's Storm Darragh raging round. I've just been in me Costa coffee for me bacon roll, sausage roll because they've run out of bacon, and me Costa coffee. So excuse me eating whilst I talk. Basically, just going to do a quick update as to how things are at the minute. Health-wise, we have had, I've had some news from the hospital. They've sent me a letter saying, yes, everything's fine with my scans. The fluoroscopy was fine, everything's healed up, and now put on the list to have my ileostomy reversed. And I'm now, because I'm under Mr. Hardy likes to get things done quick, so he was going to try and get me in before Christmas. We're still waiting on that one, but hopefully New Year, and then we're back to normal. It'd be nice to start pooing normal again. Yeah, excuse me, I'm bloody starving. Football wise, the last game I went to see was Lionesses first away at Ruston Sports in Lincoln, and they lost 2-1, and it was bloody freezing. I'm actually sitting in the car here. I'm probably going to get a text within the next 20 minutes or so saying whether today's game for Lionesses, ironically again in Lincoln, is on or off. My personal thought is it's going to be off because of the wind. It's chucking down with rain. There's wind every so often that buffets the car, as you can probably see. Yeah, so we'll see on that one. The last major game I went to was last Saturday, when I went to watch the Lionesses at Wembley against USA, which was again another fun time, because last weekend there was no trains from Peterborough into London. Well, there was trains from Peterborough going northwest and east, but only going south as far as St Neots. Then you had to get from St Neots to Bedford. They were bussing you, and then you got on the train from Bedford down to so I've got tomato sauce all over my fingers now. Bussing you from Bedford, or bussing you from St Neots to Bedford. Then you had to get the train from Bedford into London, but they weren't sure what time the last bus would be back from Bedford. No one could tell you. So because of that, I thought, well, bugger it, I'll drive to Cambridge. It's much the same time down, it's a bit cheaper. I'll drive to Cambridge North, park there, get the train down, and then I can tick off a bit of line I haven't done between, I think it's Harlow Town and Tottenham Hale, something like that. It's the only bit of that line I'm missing. So I thought, well, I'll do that, fine dandy. So, you know, got on the old internet on the Friday afternoon, booked the train ticket, fine. You can book a car parking ticket at Cambridge North, done that, fine. Went to work Saturday morning, as you do. Finished, home, shower and all that lot. Straight back out, down to Cambridge North. Now, when you drive into Cambridge North Station, you drive into the big car park and you go right to the end, and there's a barrier. And on there's a scanner, which you either scan your QR code in, or there's a code you type in, which is on your email. And that lets you through the barrier into the reserved car park. Now, some numbnuts had either hit the barrier or deliberately opened the barrier, and this thing was open, so everyone was parking in there, and now the car park was rammed full. So I ended up doing 2 or 3 laps of the car park trying to find a space, thinking, well, all right. Finally passed this bloke, and he said he hadn't bit busy today. And I said, yeah, so I've got a reserve, I pay for reserve parking. He went, yeah, some idiots took the barrier out. I says, well, what do I do? He says, well, unfortunately, you're going to have to try and get a refund because you won't get parked here. He says, your best bet is to try and park at Cambridge Station itself. So I thought, oh, great, that's all I need. I mean, I was running half hour late than I'd planned anyway. So I thought, well, might as well. So I put it in the sat-nav, Cambridge Station, 20 minutes away. Fine. Turn left out there, go head down the main road and sat in traffic for 20 minutes. I thought, sod this for a lark, I ain't going to sit in this. Also, I can get down a side street near Cambridge North, because if you've watched my Cambridge away trip, when I went there on the train from Peterborough, I went into Cambridge, back out to up to Cambridge North, and then I walked, and there's a road called Fen Road, and there's a load of, it's just a long road, but I ended up parking down there. So I parked my car down there, walked back up to Cambridge North Station, spoke to the ticket office. They said, yeah, we can issue a refund. Give us your ticket. Boom. Yeah, refund issued. No problem with that. Sorry about the inconvenience. We've got the person on camera who hit it, and he will be dealt with. So yeah, onto the platform. Train down, straight down into London Liverpool Street. And I'd already planned it. I thought, well, sod it, I ain't going to get a one-day travel card because I'm always losing them things. I'll use my Oyster card. So I'd put 30 quid on my Oyster card the day before, as you do. Fine. So, like I said, you get into Liverpool Street at 2:45, and I was planning to be in there for 1:45, so I was running about an hour late. So I thought, well, okay, I was going to use my Oyster card because it'd work out cheaper, and I'm always losing the bloody one-day travel cards anyway. So did that, and our train came into platform 2, so it's literally just straight across the main foyer of Liverpool Street. You go through the ticket barriers, turn right, and down the stairs onto the Elizabeth line, which was the plan. And then I think it's 3 or 4 stops to Bond Street, and you come right out Bond Street, up the escalator, turn right, you fight right to the end, and you come to a T-junction, you turn right again, down the escalator, and then turn left for the northbound Jubilee line. Stood there, train in 2 minutes. There was a train in 2 minutes, and there was a train a minute behind it that was terminating at Wembley Park. So I thought, well, I'll get the Terminator, because they said anybody for Wembley, you can, if you can get on the first train, please do so. If you can't, get the second train, because that's going to skip some stops and go to Wembley Park and terminate Wembley Park, which is the plan. So the first train comes in, rammed. People are pushing each other to try and get on it. Not even heeding any message at all. So let that go through. Train comes in behind it. This thing's half empty. So I managed to get a seat. Pulls out, fine. We come into Willesden Green, which is 1 or 2 stops before Wembley Park. And then announces, due to congestion ahead, this service will now terminate here at Willesden Green. Passengers for Wembley, please get off there. There are 2 trains behind us. They are half empty. You'll be able to get on. So got off there. About a minute later, this train pulls in. Fine. Got on that into Wembley Park. This was 3:30, and I'd got to walk all the way down the Wembley Way to the stadium, turn left, and walk all the way around to the other end of the stadium. I thought, great. Mind you, the weather was all right. A bit chilly, but hey ho. So I got round there, got to gate A, or wherever it was, or the blue lane I was in, the blue area. So got in there, fine. Ticket search, yeah, fine. Bag search, yeah. Medical stuff. I said, thank you very much, sir. Puts a torch, he has looked around my bag, yeah, everything fine. And then you got to go up 5 escalators to get to the top, which is not helped when you've got a really tiny space at the top of each escalator, and you've got people stopping for selfies. Yeah. So now you've got people standing at the bottom of an empty escalator, they're taking selfies. Oh, look at this, here we are. And there's people coming up an escalator into a narrow space, and everything's piling up behind it. And you're saying, get on the bloody thing and move. Oh, we just want to take a photo. Selfie. And I'm thinking, oh, just get out of the bloody way. So you finally get to the top, fine. Thought, oh, I haven't eaten or drunk on the way down, because I think I was going to try and get something at Liverpool Street, but I didn't have time. So got a hot dog and this size drink of Pepsi. I thought, well, I looked at the price. I thought, bloody hell, £7 for a hot dog and £4 for the drink. And they said, oh, we're doing a deal, £8. So I got that, fine. Walk through to my seat. Fine. Brilliant view. I was right on the corner. I'll put a photo up if I remember. So yeah, game kicks off. 0-0 draw. Good game. And I thought, well, I've got to face the trip back now. So what's the quickest way? I thought, well, I'll go the same way. I'll go virtually the same way back, but I'll cut a bit out, because I was at the end for Wembley Stadium Station, which is on the Marylebone line. I thought, well, I'll go back to Marylebone. So down the escalators, down the steps, and this woman was in front of me with her 2 kids, and she was saying, oh God, she was trying to scrolling through her phone, trying to work out the quickest way back into central London, because they've got to get a train out of Paddington to get back. I think they live near Reading. And I says to them, well, where are you heading for? She says, well, we need to get back to get to Reading. I says, well, do you want some advice? She says, if you don't mind. I says, well, your best bet is if you follow me, I'm going back to Bond Street, and if you get on a Jubilee, Elizabeth line train, you can get Elizabeth line to Reading, or at least you can get to Paddington to get a faster train to Reading. So she said, if you don't mind. So I said, no. So they followed me down. We were literally round the corner to Wembley Stadium Station. They said, oh, the train on platform 1 being about a minute, going fast to Marylebone. So we got on that, stood there, straight to Marylebone. One of the daughters wants a wee, so she shot off for a wee, I shot off for a wee. I said, well, I'll meet you back outside on the corner here, corner by the ticket office at Marylebone. So it's literally, you take a 5-minute walk to Baker Street, down, and then you're on the Jubilee line back to Bond Street. So that's what we did. Gone back to Bond Street, fine. As we come down the escalator, they announced there was a train coming in 2 minutes from my direction and a minute for them. So they turned right, and they was lucky enough there was a train just coming in for Reading. So I said, well, we might as well stay on that, thank you very much. So they shot off. I turned left, got onto my train back to Liverpool Street, and I think I got out of Wembley at 10 to 8, and I got back into Liverpool Street at 25 past 8. And I thought, I'm bloody starving here. I'm looking around for something to eat. After which the only thing that was open was a McDonald's. I thought, well, I ain't going to get the 2026 train, which is the all-station stopper back to Cambridge North. I thought I'll get the 2056, which is the faster one. I thought, well, go to McDonald's then. So I got myself a meal and a drink. Got on my 2056 train, fine, straight back to Cambridge North. Done. And then I had to drive back to Peterborough. So yeah, Monday coming, as in tomorrow, is the local derby, the Nen Derby, Nen Derby, however you want to pronounce it. Northampton party company with their manager on Thursday, I think it was. He tendered his resignation, so we're hoping for a new manager bounce. I don't think so. I think Posh are going to really hammer us tomorrow night, 6-0. But we shall see on that one. I say, all I've seen of Northampton this season is a 20-minute, if that, which was Wickham back in September, when I got a ticket, because I could actually make it on a bloody Saturday. Stood there at the back of the stand, fine. Stuart comes up to me, can I see your ticket? I went, yeah. You're in B80 or wherever it was. Why are you standing at the back row? I says, because I've swapped with that young lady there. Says, because she's got a bad back. She wants to have a sit down. So she said, oh yeah, I'm in. So she showed him her ticket, which was A80. I says, we've swapped over. It was my back because I've got a bloody hernia and that. And I got a back spasm, so I was standing up. Oh, fine. So he walks off. Next thing, comes back with his supervisor. We need to ask you to leave. Well, why? Because you're standing up. I went, I'm standing on the back row of a stand. There's about 40 other people standing on the back. You're going to throw everybody else out? Well, there's no need for that attitude. I said, I'm not giving you attitude. I'm just saying I'm standing up because I've got a bad back. I said, I'm going to stand over in the corner there if it's any easier. Oh, no, we can't have that. No, you can't stand there. I went, what are we doing there? Well, you have to leave. This old boy, who was about 3 or 4 seats of me, said, hang on a minute. He says, he's doing nothing. He's just standing there. Or you have to come with us as well. And he says, I've stood here, he said, for 30 years. Nobody's bothered me. Oh, well, you'll have to go as well. So the next thing, they're hauling him out. We both chucked out. And he says, I've had enough of this for a game of soldier, he said. That's the second time it's happened to me this season. He says they can go and stuff themselves now, the club. So, you know, I tried to get a ticket for the game at Birmingham. Couldn't get on the ticket office. It just throws me off. I tried to get a ticket for the FA Cup game against Kettering. Get in there, book a seat, go to pay for it, chucks me off. Then you get a thing, please contact the club. So you phone the club up. I said, oh, it's his ticket problem. Bang, phone down. Like, well, sod it, can't be bothered. So, like I say, I just go and watch Lionesses every the weekend now. Besides that, not a lot. I say, Christmas is coming up. We're just starting to get the heap of shit at work, of all the crap letters and everything, and managers running around screaming and bawling at you, telling you how to do the job. A job which I've done for, this I think maybe my 29th Christmas, and they're still trying to tell me how to do the job. And I lost it with one of the managers last week. I said, look, how many years experience have you got on this machine? He went, well, none. I said, I've got 29 or 23. I had got 23 years experience on the machine. I said, so who knows how to run this machine better? Are you challenging me? I went, no, I'm just saying I know how to run this machine. So leave me alone. Let me do my job and it'll be done. Oh, mums are muttering. I thought, oh, sod this. So, yeah, that's not helped. The only other bit of fun I've had is, over the last month or so, is about a month ago, I went to watch a band called The Last Dinner Party at the Cambridge Corn Exchange, which they are a new band. Well, they've been going a couple of years, but 2024 was their big year. You probably know the song Nothing Matters. And I say, when the tickets went on sale back in May, I think it was, they sold him within seconds. I didn't even get a chance to get on the ticket thing. Bang. But they had a couple of spares go up, so I might have to grab one of them, and I went to see them. Now, I'm a middle-aged man, but they have a guitarist called Emily, and occasionally she comes out with a little angel costume on, and it sets this old man's heart aflutter. And I'll tell you what, she is one hell of a guitarist. Look on my thing, because I videoed some of the show. Look at the end of the songs, Diary of a Dead Girl and Mirror, to see the solos that Emily pulls off at the end of that. That girl is flying. She is brilliant. You know, that's put a smile on my face for a couple of days anyway. And then I posted a couple of pictures, and I got a picture of Emily. I'll put this on there as well, if I remember. And she retweeted it herself. So, yeah, that put a smile on my face. So, anyway, I think that'll do. I've yabbled on for 20 minutes or so. Next update is when I hear something. So, if I don't speak again before Christmas, have a good Christmas and a happy New Year and all that palaver. And I might see you somewhere near my birthday next month. Another year on the clock. Hey ho. Enjoy.